Well, good evening, and it's been an interesting evening trying to get this broadcast together. Back with the MLB playoffs, 2025 playoffs, using OOTP out of the park baseball 26. We're in the wild card round still. I know the regular real-time players games are almost to the World Series, so it's difficult trying to keep up. But anyway, I we have the playoff tree up here on the screen, and we already have two teams that have moved on from the wild card series. The Cincinnati Reds took the series against the Los Angeles Dodgers 2-0, and earlier on this game day, Cleveland Guardians are up 2-0 and took the series over the Detroit Tigers, winning earlier I think 4-1. Let's see, what was the score? Yes, it was 4-1. So now we are on to the series in the National League between the San Diego Padres and the Chicago Cubs, and this is the deciding Game 3 from Wrigley Field. And the last game of this game day would be the Boston Red Sox going to New York and trying to win that series against the Yankees. I've tried this. This is the third time I've tried to do this game. I've had computer issue first time, and then I had a power outage as I was partway through the game, so I'm having to start over again, and this is the third time. So we'll see how this one goes. Hopefully better than the first two, and we can complete this game and complete this series. So we head to the starting lineups for each team here at Wrigley Field. Leading off for the visiting San Diego Padres will be Fernando Tatis. He'll play right field. Batting second, Luis Arraez, playing first base. Batting third, Manny Machado, the third baseman. Batting fourth, the center fielder, Jackson Merrill. The shortstop, Xander Bogaerts, bats fifth. Ryan O'Hearn, the ex-Oriole, traded at the deadline mid-season from the Orioles to the Padres. And he'll bat sixth and be the DH. Batting seventh, Gavin Sheets, the left fielder. Batting eighth, Jake Cronenworth, the second baseman. Batting ninth, Freddie Fermin, the catcher. And Darvish will start for the San Diego Padres. 15 games he was in, 5-5 record with a 5.38 ERA. For the homestanding Cubs, it'll be Michael Busch leading off and playing first base. Batting second, Nico Horner, the second baseman. Batting third, Ian Happ, the left fielder. Batting fourth, the designated hitter, Kyle Tucker. Batting fifth, the right fielder, Saya Suzuki. Batting sixth, Carson Kelly, the catcher. Batting seventh, Pete Crow Armstrong, the center fielder. Batting eighth, Dansby Swanson, the shortstop. And batting ninth, the third baseman, Matt Shaw. And pitching for the Cubs in this Game 3 will be Jameson Taillon. 23 games he was in. He pitched. 11-7 record with a 3.68 ERA. As usual, I will handle the defensive strategies. I will let the computer decide first, and then I may adjust it given the game situation. And I will handle the substitutions for base running and pitching and batting. Wrigley Field is the ballpark. It's an evening game on this game day, and a packed crowd, over 40,000 on clear skies. The wind is blowing in from right field, averaging around 10 miles an hour and a 61-degree time at the start of the game. And usually the wind blowing in is not a good hitter's situation at Wrigley Field. So here we go out to the stadium to get this started, and hopefully we can get through this, unlike the last two attempts. So we will fly in. Both teams will wear the dark uniforms here at Wrigley Field. Nice view of the field. And leading off will be Fernando Tatis against Taillon, 1 for 7 in the series. As we fly into the stadium and wait the 2-2 pitch. And he struck him out. Cutter struck him out, and that's the first out of the inning. Batting second will be Luis Arraez, the first baseman. He's 1 for 9 with 2 RBIs. Just getting started here at Chicago for Game 3. And the first pitch is grounded to short. Over to get it is Swanson. Throws to first. And that will be 2 outs. So 2 quick outs. And the third batter for the Padres will be Manny Machado. 2 for 8 in the series, 2 RBIs. And a 1-strike pitch to Machado. Grounded to third. Oh, shortstop gets it. Swanson over to first, and that will be the third out. 1, 2, 3 go the Padres here in the top of the first. And the Cubs, first time at bat coming up. Darvish on the mound. He will face the leadoff hitter, Michael Busch, batting 1 for 9 in the series, the left-handed batter. And here we go. 1-strike pitch to Busch. Slow roller to the pitcher. Darvish up with it. Throws high, but they get the out, and that's 1 out. Seemingly routine play. Throw was high, but Reyes was able to stay on the bag, and that's 1 down. And Nico Hoerner, 3 for 10 in the series. 1 ball, no strikes. Lined into center field. That will drop in front of Armstrong, or in front of Merrill. And that will be a base hit, first hit of the game for either team. So a base runner for the Cubs here in the bottom of the first. As Ian Happ, the switch hitter, steps in, he'll bat on the left-hand side. Hoerner at first. We'll see if they're aggressive in this game early on. And there he goes. And the throw from Kelly is late. Oh no, Furman. Sorry about that. Got my catchers mixed up. Furman with the late throw, and the stolen base goes to Hoerner. So now he's at second with Happ at bat, 1 out. And a 1-ball, 2-strike pitch lined into right field. Tatis barely moves, and that will be 2 outs. Kyle Tucker will step in. He's the hottest batter of either team in this series. He's 5 for 7. And he has a base runner at second to potentially give the Cubs an early lead. So we'll see how this goes. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Tucker. Lined into right field, right down the line. That will be a base hit. And here comes Hoerner to score. And the Cubs have taken an early lead, 1-0 on the double by Kyle Tucker, his 6th hit of the series. He's been hot, and the Cubs get the reward and a base hit, or a double, and the Cubs lead 1-0 in the deciding Game 3. So a quick start, and Darvish has a runner at second still, but it's now Tucker, and Suzuki will bat. He's 2 for 9. See if they can increase the lead. 3 balls, 1 strike. That is popped in the infield. The catcher, Furman, goes out right in front of home plate and grabs it. 1 run, 2 hits, 1 left. Cubs lead 1-0 after 1. So Taillon will face the 4, 5, and 6 hitters, Merrill, Bogarts, and Hearn, with a lead. 1 for 8 with a home run and 2 RBIs for Merrill in the series. And a 3-ball, 1-strike pitch. Lined into center field, and that will be a leadoff base runner for San Diego. And we'll see if they're aggressive like the Cubs were. Base runner at first is Merrill. Bogarts steps in, 1 for 8 in the series, a right-hander batter. 1 ball, no strikes. Ground ball to sharply to third. Shaw gets the runner at second. So a fielder's choice. Puts Bogarts at first. And there's 1 out. Ryan O'Hearn, 0 for 4 in the series. Bogarts leads off first base. Infield slight shift to the right for O'Hearn. No runner. That's a base hit into right field for O'Hearn. And the runner will stop at second, Bogarts. So now the Padres have first and second with one out. Gavin Sheets will step in. So a threat here for the Padres in the top of the second as they try to get back into this game. Trailing 1-0. 0 for 7 in the series is Sheets. Runners on first and second, and a 1-ball, 2-strike pitch. Struck him out. Slider got him. And that's 2 outs. 87 miles an hour. And Jake Cronenworth will bat. He is 1 for 6 in the series. He is the second baseman, batting from the left side. So 2 outs, base runners on first and second. And a 1-2 pitch. It gets past the catcher, Kelly, and that will be a wild pitch. And that will put runners on second and third now with 2 outs. So a wild pitch. Potential go-ahead run at second. The tying run would be at third. And a 2-2 pitch. Ground ball to first. Grabbed by Bush and goes to first, and that'll be the third out. So Taillon gets out of it. No runs, 2 hits, 2 left. Bottom of the second inning. It's 1-0 Cubs. Carson Kelly will step in, right-handed batter, 2 for 6 in the series, facing Darvish with a full count. That is lined into center field, and that will be a base hit. Leadoff batter aboard for the Chicago Cubs. Here in the bottom of the second. Pete Crow Armstrong will step in, left-handed batter, 1 for 9 with an RBI. Cubs try to add on. Slight shift to the right is the infielders. Holding them on at first is Reyes. 1 ball, 1 strike. Fly ball center field, drifting to his right is Merrill, and he will grab that one. So 1 out. Dabney Swanson will bat. 2 for 8 in the series, 1 RBI. Leadoff hit from Kelly, he's still on first. And a full count. That is flied out to right, coming in toward the foul line. Oh, going out to get it. In shallow right is Cronenworth, and that'll be 2 outs. So it was in between the outfielders, and Cronenworth goes out and gets it in shallow right field. The 9th batter, Matt Shaw, will bat. 2 for 5 with an RBI. Carson Kelly still at first. And 1 ball, no strikes. Machado grabs it, throws to second, and gets the runner for the 3rd out. So a fielder's choice, but the 3rd out. 5-4. And no runs, a hit, and nobody left. We go to the 3rd. Furman, the 9th batter in the lineup, and then the top of the order, Tatis and Reyes, as the Padres try to come back and score here. They're trailing 1-0. 2 for 7 is Furman in the series. 1-2 pitch from Taillon. Struck him out. Changeup got him, and that's 1 out. 3rd strikeout for Taillon. Taillon? Maybe it's Taillon. Not Taillon. Taillon. Okay. Jameson Taillon. All right, 1 out. Tatis struck out his first time. 3 balls, 1 strike. And he walked him. Missed it on the outside. So Tatis is on first. And Reyes will step in. He grounded out to short his first time. Will the Padres be aggressive down a run? Infield and outfield playing straight up. First pitch. Popped in the infield. And over to grab it will be the second baseman, Horner. So 2 outs, and Machado will step in. 0 for 1. Grounded out to short, first time up. Tatis still at first. First pitch, there goes Tatis. The throw, and he will get him at second. Kelly gets him, guns to second and gets him out. So the third out, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. Bottom of the third, 1-0 Chicago. Michael Busch, top of the order, will lead off. Nico Hoerner, then Happ. Grounded out his first time, Busch, to the pitcher. 2 strikes. Struck him out on a curveball, and that's 1 out. Hoerner singled his first time, stole a base, and scored on the Tucker double in the first inning. And a 2-ball pitch, Fly ball, center field. Pretty well hit. Going back is Merrill, and he will grab it, and that's 2 outs. Ian Happ flied out to right his first time. 1 ball, no strikes. Lined into left field, it will drop in front of Sheets, and that will be a base hit. 4th hit for the Cubs. So they have 2 outs and a base runner now, and Kyle Tucker, he is 6 for 8 in the series, batting .750. He had a double and drove in Hoerner in the first inning. And here's Happ on first. Will they take off with him? First pitch, there he goes. Up with it is Furman to throw, and he will be safe at second. So a stolen base for Ian Happ. So aggressive base running for the Cubs. 2 stolen bases already in just under 3 innings. So now another runner in scoring position for Kyle Tucker, who's already driven in 1 run. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And it's popped in the infield and grabbed by Bogaerts. So the threat is over. Cubs get a base hit and leave a runner at second. 3 innings in the books, and it's 1-0 Chicago. As the Cubs try to push on, winner of this series plays the Milwaukee Brewers, the top seed, in the next divisional round. Manny Machado, Jackson Merrill, and Bogaerts will bat in the top of the 4th. Machado grounded out his first time in a 2-2 pitch. Ground ball to short, it will get through into center field. Swanson could not get it, make the play. So a base hit to lead off the inning here in the 4th inning for Machado. And Jackson Merrill will step in. He's 1 for 1. He singled his first time. So Taillon. 3 strikeouts, 1 walk so far. Leadoff batter, leadoff runner, Machado. Infield slightly to the right. And a full count pitch. And he walked him. Curveball just missed on the outside, and that will put 2 runners aboard with nobody out. So the best, well, not really the best. Well, yeah, the best. No, not the best. They had a better opportunity in the second inning with 2nd and 3rd. And 1 out. Now they have 1st and 2nd with nobody out here in the 4th. As Bogaerts steps in, fielder's choice, his last time. Full count with runners at 1st and 2nd. And he walked him. Check swing, but it was low, and that's a fastball. And that will load the bases with nobody out. So a real good opportunity here for the Padres to do some damage. And it'll be Ryan O'Hearn who singled his first time. So bases are loaded, nobody out. The infield is playing in. I think they'll play. Double play depth. Try to get 2 outs and concede the run if they can do that. So base hit would score a run at least. Bases are loaded, nobody out. 2-2 pitch. Struck him out looking. Strikeout number 4. The slider got O'Hearn, and that's 1 out. So that helps. And the infield will play at double play depth again. So 1 out, Gavin Sheets struck out his first time. 4 strikeouts for Taillon with 3 walks. 2 of them this inning. 2-2 pitch. Struck him out on a slider, and that's 2 outs. Second time Sheets has struck out. So now, with the bases loaded, Taillon has a chance to get out of this inning. And he faces Cronenworth, who grounded to first his first time. So this is a big at-bat as the Padres try to score. And a 2-2 pitch to him. Struck him out. What a performance here in the top of the 4th on a changeup. His 5th strikeout. And the crowd is appreciative of that. No runs, 1 hit, and the bases left loaded. And we go to the bottom of the 4th. Cubs 1, Padres nothing. Darvish still on the mound, facing Suzuki, Kelly, and Armstrong. 0 for 1 is Suzuki. And here we go. 2 strikes. Struck him out. Cutter got him. 1 out. Kelly singled his first time. Right-handed batter, catcher, steps in. As we're heading towards sunset here in Chicago. 2-2 pitch. Popped into center field, and here comes Merrill, and that will be 2 outs. Pete Crow Armstrong, 0 for 1, flew out to center field his first time. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. 1-2 pitch from Darvish. That is flied out to right. In comes Tatis, and he will grab it. So 3 outs, 1, 2, 3. 4 innings in the books, and 1-0 is the score in favor of Chicago. Taillon will face Furman in the top of the order. Tatis and Reyes. He's up to 68 pitches. He got into a little bit of trouble last inning with walks, but got out of it with 3 straight strikeouts. And a full count. Struck him out. Curveball. 4th strikeout in a row. 7 for the game for the right-hander. 1 out. Top of the order. Tatis will bat. Padres really haven't hit well at all in this game. So 3 hits so far. 1 ball, 1 strike. That is lined into left field. That will be a base hit. Just over the third baseman's head. And Tatis will be aboard with 1 out. As Reyes steps in, he's 0 for 2. So Tatis is on first. He did try to steal his last time and got thrown out by Kelly. So Reyes steps in. He's grounded to short and popped out to the second baseman. First pitch. Grounded softly to short. Swanson tries to get him at second. He does. And they do get the double play. I wanted to wait and see if they did get the double play. The throw was high at second, but they get the double play. 6-4-3. Pitcher's best friend is a double play like that. And that's 3 outs. No runs, 1 hit, nobody left. 4.5 done here in Chicago, and it's 1-0 Chicago. Darvish is in his 5th inning, trailing 1-0. No runs, 4 hits for the Padres. 1 run, 4 hits for the Cubs in this deciding Game 3. Winner moves on to play the Milwaukee Brewers. 0-2 pitch. Struck him out looking on a changeup, and that's one out. 3 strikeouts now for Darvish. And Matt Shaw will bat. Grounded into a fielder's choice his first time. He's 0 for 1. 1-2 pitch. Lined into left field. Will that get... It will go all the way into the... Oh, it won't reach the corner. It hit the wall just on the side. It will not reach the corner, but he still gets a double out of it, as Shaw ends up at second with a double. So runner at second now with the top of the order, Michael Busch, trying to add to the lead here against Darvish. Busch is 0 for 2. He's struck out and grounded out to the pitcher. And a 2-1 pitch. That is popped into foul territory off third base, and Machado will grab it, and that's 2 outs. So a big runner at second to give them a 2-0 lead, as Shaw is at second with 2 outs now. Can Horner drive him in? He's singled and scored, stole a base, and he's flied out to center field in his 2 trips. So 2 outs. Runner at second, and a 3-1 pitch. And he walked. Pitch was outside. And now it's first and second with 2 out, and Ian Happ is up. He singled, stole a base his last time. He's 1 for 2. Darvish in a little bit of trouble here in the bottom of the 5th. And an 0-2 pitch. Grounded to second. Up with it is Cronenworth over to first, and that will take care of the inning. So no runs, 1 hit, and 2 left. After 5, it's Chicago Cubs 1, and the San Diego Padres nothing. Taillon facing Machado, Merrill, and Bogaerts. Here in the top of the 6th inning. He's up to 78 pitches. 1 for 2 is Machado. And a 1-2 pitch. That is flied out to right field, or left center field. Armstrong cannot make the play. It hits the wall. And Machado has his second hit of the game, a double. So that was well hit to left center field. Armstrong made an effort to get it, but couldn't get it. Bounced off the wall. And Machado is in scoring position to lead off this inning. Jackson Merrill will bat. Up to 82 pitches now. He's almost at the end of his averages. Batters faced is 23. 6 is his average for stamina. So, how much longer will they go with Taillon before the bullpen? First pitch. That is lined into right field. That will be a base hit. Here comes, Machado holds at third. And that will put the base runners at first and third with nobody out. And Bogaerts is up. We'll go to the Chicago bullpen and see who they have. 1-0. All right, let me find where they played before. I think it was this one, right? I think that was it. Let's see. All right, I'm looking through my pages here to see what we got. Yes, this is the last game. This is game 1. Boyd pitch. Okay. So who'd they use last game? They used a bunch of pitchers: Pomeranz, Keller, Rogers, and Berger. So bullpen is up for the Cubs. Let me put the pages right here so I have them. So Taillon will pitch to Bogaerts with 1 out, or nobody out, and runners at first and third. Infield, will they play him in? Trying to protect that one. Yeah, we'll do it. Okay, let him play that. First and third, nobody out. 2-1 pitch. Fly ball center field. Coming in is Armstrong. And here comes Machado. And he will score. So a sacrifice fly, RBI for Bogaerts, and the first run of the game for the Padres. And it's 1-1 now. And Merrill's at first, and they will go to the bullpen. Let's see who has in the bullpen here. Pomerantz, Imanga. They're going to go with Shota Manga. Who pitched in... Oh, no, he pitched in the last game. Justin Steele. He didn't pitch, did he? No. All right, Justin Steele will come in to pitch. So Taillon is done. The left-hander Steele will come in to pitch. Here in the top of the 6th inning, in a 1-1 tie. Pitched 5 1/3. And he faced 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 batters. So 2 left-handed batters coming up, and O'Hearn and Sheets and Cronenworth, actually 3 in a row, and they will go to Steele here in the top of the 6th inning. Let's see what he can do. 92 batters faced, and only 4 appearances, really? Is that all he had? Yep, 4 appearances. 23 and 21.2. So, all right, Justin Steele appeared in 4 games, 3-1 record with a 4.76 ERA, and he has been brought in to face the left-hander Ryan Hearn, left-handed batter, excuse me, Ryan O'Hearn, with a runner at first and a 1-1 game. Responsibility of the runner at first is Taillon. 2-2 pitch from the left-hander. It is lined to first, and that will be an out. So 2 outs, and Gavin Sheets will bat. They will not go to a pinch hitter at this point yet. So 2 outs. Runner on first, and 2 strikes. Fly ball line, well hit to left field, and that will, what is it? It's into the corner, and that will be a triple into the corner for Gavin Sheets, and the Padres now lead it 2-1. I wasn't sure what it was, but it landed into the corner and drives in a run, and now the Padres lead it 2-1. As Sheets is on third now with Jake Cronenworth on up to bat. 2 outs, 2 runs in for the Padres, and a full count to Cronenworth. That is lined out into left field, but that's a manageable play for Happ. And that's 3 outs. So, San Diego takes the lead. 2 runs on 3 hits and 1 left. Middle of the 6th inning, it's 2-1 Padres. And Darvish is done. He will not come out and face anybody. So they will go to the bullpen. Darvish went 5 innings. 21 batters. And he will give way to the bullpen for San Diego. And let me see what we got here. As I called up Baseball Reference, they used a bunch of pitchers last time. It'll be Tucker, Suzuki, and Kelly. Tucker's the hottest hitter. Let's see, who do we got? We got Michael King. We're going with Michael King, I think. Michael King will come in to pitch for Darvish. He's a right-hander. And it will be Kyle Tucker to lead off. Michael King, 15 appearances during the season, 5-3 record, and a 3.44 ERA. So now the Cubs trail, bottom of the 6th inning, 2-1 Padres, with Tucker, Suzuki, and Kelly to bat. And a 1-2 pitch. Lined into right field, that will be a base hit. Tatis will come over to grab it near the foul line. And Tucker has his second hit of the game. And a leadoff base runner for the Cubs. Not quite to nighttime yet. We're in the sunset period. So Suzuki with nobody out, he's 0 for 2. 1 ball, no strikes. That is popped in the infield, and that's 1 out. First baseman Reyes was under it, and that will be the first out. Carson Kelly will bat. He's 1 for 2 with a single, flied out to center field his last time. Tucker at first, leads off, base. 0-2 pitch, struck him out, slider. 2 outs as King tries to get out of this. Pete Crow Armstrong will bat. 0 for 2 so far. 1 strike. That is popped in the infield. Machado, the third baseman, will settle under it. That's the 3rd out. So no runs, 1 hit, 1 left. We've completed 6 innings here at Wrigley Field, and it's 2-1 Padres. Justin Steele. He will face Furman, Tatis, and Reyes. They will continue with him right now. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ground ball to first. Bush grabs it. Steele covering, and that's 1 out. 3-1 put out. Tatis is up. He's 1 for 2. With a walk. Here we go. Full count. Ground ball to short. That will get through into center field. As Bogarts was a little late getting over to it. So a base runner with 1 out, and Reyes will bat. Reyes is 0 for 3. Tatis leads off. He got caught stealing in one of his times on base earlier in the game, so we'll see if he goes again. First pitch, he does not. That is popped in the infield, a high pop. Settling under it is the shortstop, Swanson, and that's 2 outs. So they hold the runner at first base, and it will be Manny Machado. He doubled, and he has singled, he has scored, and so he's 2 for 3. 2 outs. Tatis at first. 1-2 pitch. Grounded sharply to third base. And Shaw throws to second to Horner, and that's the final out. No runs, 1 hit. No 1 left. And that's the inning, and we are at stretch time here at Chicago as the Cubs trail 2-1. And it's time to stretch a little bit here as we head toward the end of this game. All right, we'll come back now. Michael King is still out on the mound. The right-hander will face Swanson, Shaw, and Bush here in the bottom of the 7th inning. 2 spot starters are in the game. Steele for the Cubs and King for the Padres. First pitch to Swanson. Leading off the 7th. In comes Merrill, and he will grab it. And that's 1 out. Matt Shaw 1 for 2. He has doubled. They need base runners, or a home run would tie it. But that might be difficult with the conditions here at Wrigley Field, with the wind blowing in from right field. 1-1 pitch. Grounded to short. Bogarts will throw over to Reyes, and that's 2 outs. 2 outs. Michael Busch will bat. And he is 0 for 3. 1-1 pitch. Fly ball right field. It's pretty well hit, but Tatis just goes back a few steps, and that will be the final outs. So 1, 2, 3 go the Cubs in the 7th. They're down to 6 outs, and they trail by 1 run. Merrill, Bogarts, and O'Hearn will bat against Steele here in the top of the 8th inning. Merrill is 2 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. And a full count from Steele. That is flied into center. In a few steps is Armstrong, and that will be the first out. Bogarts will bat. He has an RBI on the sac fly. He is 0 for 1. He has also walked. So Steele pitching well. He's in his 3rd inning. And in the first pitch to Bogarts. That is flied into center field. Armstrong moves very little to grab that one, and that's 2 outs. Ryan O'Hearn steps in. He's 0 for 3, or no, 1 for 3, and they will go to a pinch hitter. So a pinch hitter comes in for O'Hearn, and they will go with Bryce Johnson. That's who they went with in the first game. So Bryce Johnson will bat for Ryan O'Hearn. Switch hitter. Here with 2 outs in the top of the 8th inning. Bryce Johnson will bat. He is 1 for 4 in the series. And Justin Steele will be the pitcher. And here's the pitch. 3-1 from Steele to Johnson. Grounded to short. Over to his right is Swanson, a deep throw, and that will be the 3rd out of this 8th inning. So we head to the bottom of the 8th in a 2-1 game. Does Michael King continue? Or do they go to the bullpen? Let's see who they got. It is Horner, Happ, and Tucker. I'm imagining they will bring in someone here. They will bring in, no, they will not. They will leave in King to face Nico Horner, and then maybe go to the bullpen. Okay, so they're going to leave King in to face Horner. Leading 2-1 are the Padres here in the bottom of the 8th, 6 outs away from moving on. 2 balls, no strikes. Popped it high in the infield. Settling under it is Cronenworth, and that's the first out of the inning. And now they will go to the bullpen with Ian Happ up to bat. So King is finished. And he faced 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 batters. He is responsible for no one on base. And they will go to the left-hander, Adrian Morjan. Adrian Morjan, he pitched in the last game. Morjan, the left-hander, will face Happ. Happ goes back to, he switches to the right-handed batting for this bat, switch hitter. He is 1 for 3. Cubs need a run in any form or any fashion. They can get it. So the left-hander facing his first batter is Happ. And a 1-ball, 1-strike pitch. The outfield playing deep. Infield is guarding the line. That is lined in. Oh, it's popped into center field, and in comes Merrill, and that will be 2 outs. So Morjan will face the hottest hitter for the Cubs, or for that matter, anybody in this series. 7 for 10 is Kyle Tucker. He's 2 for 3 with an RBI. Probably the best scenario to face Tucker is when there's nobody on and 2 outs. And a full count from the left-hander. That has flied out to right sharply, but there's Tatis, and he will grab it. So the Cubs go down quietly here in the bottom of the 8th inning. We head to the 9th of this deciding Game 3. The Padres lead 3-2. Justin Steele still in the game. Steele, Cronenworth, and Furman will bat, and Justin Steele will pitch. They do have Pomeranz, but they're going to leave Steele in the game as darkness has settled in here in Chicago. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Struck him out. Changeup. 3rd time Sheets has struck out, although he has the key triple his last time up that led to the lead run back in the 6th inning. So 1 out, and Cronenworth will bat. He's 0 for 3. Let's see if they have anybody. Not really. Not worth changing. So Cronenworth will bat. One strike pitch from Justin Steele. Softly hit. Here comes Swanson in, and he will grab him at first base. That was a tough play. Charging in and getting him at first was Swanson. So 2 outs, and it will be Furman to bat. 0 for 3. Let's see if they have anybody. They have Diaz as the catcher. They're not going to go with anybody. So Furman to bat. 2 outs, Justin Steele. 1 ball, 1 strike. That is popped outside of home plate. Out to get it is Kelly, and that's the 3rd out. 1, 2, 3. Go the Padres here in the top of the 9th, and we go to the bottom of the 9th in a deciding Game 3. And the bullpen will come in for San Diego. The closer, Suarez, will come in. So he'll come in. Let's see. All right. So Suarez will come in to pitch. 40 saves on the season. And he will face Suzuki, Kelly, and Armstrong. Oh, wait a minute. We didn't change the pitcher. Wait a minute. Wait. They're going to go with... Isn't he there? Yeah, Robert Suarez. 40 saves. Mason Miller's still available, but they're going to go with Suarez. So, Suarez to face Suzuki, Kelly, and Armstrong. Let's see if there's anybody that can pinch hit here. Forrest Wall. Mickey Lopez. Meh. Justin Turner. Will Castro. Not really. The bench really isn't that spectacular for Chicago, so they're going to go with Suzuki. 0 for 3. One strike as the Padres try to close the door here and move on. Fly ball left field, and Sheets will move very little, and that's the first out. Carson Kelly will bat. He is 1 for 3. Suarez, the right-hander, facing the right-handed batter Kelly. Now on a full count. Struck him out looking. Wow. Take a pitch like that when you're down to 2 outs. Well, the Cubs are down to their last at-bat against, and it will be Armstrong to face Suarez. Crowd is restless here in Chicago. Infield shifted slightly to the right. The outfield is normal depth. 0 for 3 is Armstrong, and Suarez tries to end it right now. First pitch. Cubs trying to rally here. Fly ball right field, and that will be caught, and that is the baseball game. And the Cubs will lose this game 2-1. Suarez comes in and shuts the door. Darvish wins the game. So the Padres win it 2-1 here in Chicago. They got all their runs they needed back in the 6th, and the big hit was the triple by Gavin Sheets. So that's the ball game, as the Cubs will lose this game at home, and the Padres will move on and play the Milwaukee Brewers in the division series a couple of days from now, or game days from now. So let's go and see let's see if it's Sheets. Is Sheets the player of the game? No, it is not. It is Darvish is the player of the game. But I think Sheets should have been strongly considered with that triple that led to the winning run. So 3 hours, 36 minutes with 41,000 at Wrigley Field. They'll be disappointed headed home. Here we go, the pitching. It was Darvish with the winner. Pitched 5 innings, 84 pitches. Gave up 1 run, 3 strikeouts, and 1 walk. And Suarez came in to save the game, and he threw 9 pitches. For Chicago, the losing pitcher is Taillon. Pitched 5 1/3, gave up 2 runs. So a good ball game, pitcher's duel, and a bullpen came in and basically shut the door for both teams, as the starters were the ones that gave up the runs. So the final totals here in Chicago: San Diego, 2 runs, 8 hits, no errors. And the Chicago Cubs, 1 run, 6 hits, and no errors. Again, the winning pitcher, Darvish. The save goes to Suarez. And the loss goes to Jameson Taillon. So we will now move on, and the last game of this game day will be the rivalry between the Red Sox and Yankees, as the Yankees try to prevent elimination as they're down 1-0. I was going to play that game as well, but it's getting late, and I will wait till another day to do it. So that will be the next game. I'm not sure who the pitchers are. Let me go see who actually pitched in that game. Game 2. All right, let's go to game 2 in the playoffs and see. This is game 3, so we'll go back a day. Starting pitchers for game 2 were box score. Okay, there we go. Starting pitchers for the Red Sox, it was Bello. So let's go and see what they have here. Red Sox pitchers. Brayan Bello will pitch for the Red Sox, and Carlos Rodon will pitch for the Yankees in Game 2 of that rivalry series. And the Yankees, again, like I said, have to win in order to prevent elimination, as it will. Red Sox are up 1-0. So as we can see in the playoff tree now, we have 3 teams that have moved on. San Diego will face Milwaukee. The Reds will face Philadelphia. And the Guardians will face the Mariners. So we'll see if the Yankees or the Red Sox, which will join those 3 teams to play the Toronto Blue Jays. We cannot continue today. I don't want to do that because that means I won't be able to finish or play that game. So we'll save the game here. And then we will call it a night. So I appreciate the listening to the game. It was a good game. Pitchers duel in Chicago. And we'll see how the Red Sox-Yankees goes. The first game was 4-3 favor of the Red Sox, with the Red Sox storming back in the 9th inning and scoring 3 runs to win that game off the bullpen of the Yankees. So, good night, everyone.